Know what I mean? You don't seem proud.
Everything is my way.
Your needs is this, your proud is this, of your dogs is this. And then I'm gonna start preparing the second batch of rolls right now.
Are we live?
Nope.
It says we're live.
Okay, well then you're live. Oh, you're live.
Okay.
Go live.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know we were live, y'all. I'm just helping to look.
Oh, it's 1:14.
Yes. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. I wanted to do a question first, so that is going to be one of the hot topics I wanted to do, and then we could talk about business, having our business meeting, doing our business thing, because that's how we're going to be rolling in the business. So, but I wanted to hear this question first. But first, I want to say, you're probably be like, why don't Lydia have any makeup on? And why don't Lydia? I am on a bet to see how long I can go without makeup. And if I win, then the whole family, each person in the family gives me $50. So,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
I'm not able to see us. I don't know if we're all the way up. Hold on. That part is
Let me
live.
just check and see.
See if we up.
I'll check and see.
Because I do not see us at all. Oh, and we're black now on here.
Are we?
Aviana!
Yes.
We're black on here.
My name's not Aviana.
Yeah, I like that.
You're tripping.
You know.
Call me. No, never mind.
Okay, there we are now.
You can see? It says an error occurred. Please try again later.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello.
Yes.
I guess you can't see them. It's the black screen. So how am I supposed to fix this? It says an error occurred. Huh?
No, yeah. We can see now.
Okay, never mind.
No, but we can't see on here.
Okay.
Why can't we see on here?
She wants to know why can't you see on the computer? He said because your eyes aren't working. Put on your glasses.
Oh, wow.
That's her saying that.
What? No, on the YouTube thing. On YouTube. On what's it called?
Okay, we're having technical difficulties. Y'all can see us, but I can't see us. So if we end up blacking out again, I won't know the difference. That's the reason I'm trying to see it, because we blacked out on our page and didn't know the difference.
She don't see it. You see it, Mom?
See what?
I'm down.
Yeah, her mom can't see it.
Well, I can see us on my phone, so that's good. Hope you guys are doing well out there. The places that are too hot, you're staying cool.
Yeah.
I feel very lovely in Mom and Lydia's house. It's so nice and cool.
I'm cold.
I actually want to go to sleep because I can actually sleep. It'd be really nice. I don't want you guys to hear it twice though, because you know it's here.
That's not
So
right.
I'm going to look at. Oh God, your friend is
You guys, you
I
saying?
know.
Say it again?
I haven't had one forever, so I
Well.
don't know. We shall see.
Yeah. So while they're working on that,
Yes.
I just want to say that I'm still on the God fast.
Yes.
But I haven't been thinking I've been losing any weight.
What?
Yeah, I've been having a problem with that. I just haven't felt like I lost any weight. And then I was trying to put on my black and polka dot dress.
Yes.
I don't even know where I got it from. But my titties was all smashed down into them. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I took it off because I was like, everything else looked fine, but my titties was smashed. Which I didn't like that. So I put on this shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all this room I got. And it used to open like this.
Wow.
And like this. And I would have to put on the tank top. It would be loose on the bottom.
Yeah.
But it would be tight where my boobs are, so you know I'm shrinking my boobs.
Yeah.
But it'd be like this open, and then I would have to put on the tank top and have this top layer off like this. I'm not going to show you my boobs, but you know, that's how it used to have to be. But look at all this room I got now. It's nowhere near tight. Nowhere near tight.
That maybe what you should probably do is have certain pieces of clothing. That's going to be the ones that you test to know if you've lost.
Well, that's why I thought I was wearing the polka dot dress. I was like, I think I should have lost some weight. Let me try the polka dot dress. They said, no. No.
Well, I think for me, even though I'm not on the golf fast with you, and I was telling Lydia earlier, I got a call from my doctor because they did some blood work, and I'm thinking that it was bad news, but it actually was saying that all my numbers and stuff have gone down, which is really good. And it's like, I'm not even on the God fast, but a lot of times I'm eating the same way that they're eating or whatever. And it's changed a lot. I've changed a lot in my life that way too. So, I was like, for me, that's just little baby steps. That'd be like baby steps, you know what I'm saying? And it's already made a difference. And then to me, that's a big deal. And then it was so crazy too, because I was saying too, I hadn't been to the doctors forever. And they didn't weigh me this time because my doctor wasn't in and someone else was. So they didn't even weigh me. And that's always the first thing they do when you go to the doctors, you know? So I was like, I don't even know or have any idea if, I have lost anything. But just the numbers going down is what I need. You know what I mean? I need, like, those bad, it was like all my bad numbers, like the bad, what is it? When you do your blood pressure, the LDL or whatever, all them things was... It just was positive. And they had me nervous because I was like, they called me talking about, you need to talk to you about your diabetes and stuff. So I was nervous. But that number even went down. So I was like, yes, it's a gradual thing. But if I continue, just even with those little changes, because like I said, I'm not even on it with them. But, when I'm around them and stuff, I'm on it. And I've changed even a lot when I eat at home. I may be cooking or whatever, and I'll end up wanting to just eat like, I may have the meat that we're having, but I may just have something else, and I'll have salad instead. I've been craving things like that more and doing stuff like that. So just those little changes to me in my life, it even happened. So I know with y'all, it's going to be the bomb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I was like looking at everybody, and I was looking at Derek, he lost weight. I looked at Alizé, she looked like she lost weight. I looked at Mom, she looked like her. And I'm looking at myself like, I look the same. I want to see this go away. Well, I want to see all kinds. I'm just saying, it is, and that's why I won't weigh myself, because weighing myself is like detrimental to me. It might work good for you guys, but it's detrimental to me because seeing myself go up and down is just horrible. But checking out my clothes, I think that's the only reason I lasted so long on the God fast is, one, our whole household is eating that way, and two, I don't know if I'm looking at Derek saying, "Ooh, you lost weight." So, Mom, you lost weight. And I'm like, well, Mom, you losing weight. Plus, you're exercising, so you really losing weight. But also, my vision is coming back to normal. Because you got to remember, my diabetes was high. So, my vision was coming back to normal. And then I ran out of my tea, y'all. So, I got to go make some more of my royalty tea. So, I don't have all the stuff that I normally have. So, it is what it is. But I got some new things that I'm putting in my tea. But I'm just saying I'm really impressed because I wasn't looking at myself as I still don't. I just know that this shirt was a little tight and now it is baggy. And it was baggy down here, which is funny because
it's almost like a dress.
Yeah, it's always been extra long, but it was baggy on me. And that was funny because I was like, why is it not as tight? It was a little snug on my stomach, but not really. My boobs was more snug, and my boobs was more back than my stomach. It was just like weird. But now look at me, I'm happy. So
there is
consistency, yes, is what it is. So I don't think here it is. I'm gonna read the question and then we'll go to business.
Okay.
Husband told me a month ago that he didn't love me, and now he loves me. I just thought that was juicy for me. So I didn't get to read it during the podcast, so now we're going to do it here.
Okay.
About a month ago, I felt extremely lonely in our relationship, so I approached my husband to talk about it. He barely spends time with me. He works a lot, then needs alone time. He admitted then that he had fallen out of love with me but was willing to make it work still. But to me, I felt he was staying because of our 2 kids, not because of me. I also found out that he was taking recreational drugs, which I'm not okay with. This has been an on and off for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He admits that he has a substance abuse problem and will stop or find help if he can't stop. Another concern is that he's been having a hard time climaxing during sex, about 8 months now. I've been an emotional wreck. He has been trying the past few weeks, but I feel like that it's forced and I can't seem to trust him. That was nothing like I thought.
No, not at all. It went totally.
It wasn't nothing. I've been waiting for this question and it is nowhere what I thought it was.
Totally different direction than I thought.
That title that they wrote was horrible. They shouldn't have wrote that title. Had me all excited about it.
It sure did. That's clickbait.
You know, tell me clickbait.
Clickbait.
Clickbait me all through
and
it.
it worked for Lydia.
Yeah, it did.
She clicked on it.
Well, all I can say, honey, is people fall in and out of love in a relationship, in a marriage, period. You're not going to always be in love with your husband and stuff like that, you know. I mean, you're going to have love for him, but you're not going to always be in love. Just like you're not going to always like your kids, but you love your kids, but you ain't going to always like them. It's just a normal thing. Now, on the coming on the drugs and all that, I don't know how to help you with that because I'm
I
like you.
feel that's the reason why he's not climaxing.
And that's probably why he's not in the love moment because he's all about himself.
He's loving his drugs.
Yeah, so and he's not really.
Selfish.
It's not about you.
He actually needs some help himself.
Exactly.
And then you don't want to be. You sure don't want him to take you down
and
your kids down with this habit.
You're going down.
Because it will. It will really, really make you go. Do you want to look at check again?
Yeah.
It will really make you go down. Unless he gets some help, you're going to have to do something yourself and make decisions for you and your kids.
Yeah.
Because at this particular point, you trying all hard, doing all this stuff for what?
That's the truth.
Because he's got this habit. And if you don't get no help with this habit, you're going to be in a world of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean a world of trouble.
So that's how we're going to give you on that advice. Now we're going to get you on our work business. Okay, so I'm going to just tell you what I've been going through. And then I'm going to give you the advice that I gave to myself.
Okay.
Is that going to make sense?
Okay. I'm here. I'm just here. I'm like, how about I fall asleep? I'm going to, you guys, please. You don't understand. Please forgive me. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. And the only reason why is because I've been in heat for so many days that I'm actually in a comfortable state. So I'm like, I feel like I'm going to fall asleep because I have been sleep deprived or good sleep deprived. Let's say that. So being in here, I'm like, okay, I can even cook. Got up and cook something. So I'm like, okay.
Which I invited her to stay. We have a room downstairs that she can stay in the house. But she doesn't want to. She goes to everybody's house except her family's house. And we have an open door, basement cool. Even if it gets a little warm upstairs, basement's still cool enough. If not, we got a fan that she has blessed me with. But I'm just saying, I offered you to come. I have made so where me and the kids can make popsicles. And when we get out of the freezer, they can, fun activities for them to do and stuff like that.
I just was trying not to, because I figured everybody was whoever could come was going to come.
But family is always first.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
I just shipped the kids to other places and just maintain.
I'm just saying everybody could have came over here and been fine and relaxed. That's all I'm saying. But so this is my thing. One of the things that Lydia has issues with is always needing somebody else. So
cheer her on.
To cheer me on. Yes. To push me to make sure I go. And then of course I'm always wanting to have like a team or a group or my sister with me or something like that with me. And I could cheer them on, they could cheer us, and we could grow together as a family. It's not just one person growing, it's both growing. It's a growing technique. And I keep having this thing that pops up in my head that I think I got really irritated today. And I was just so mad because, we talk about Black Lives Matter. We talk about all kinds of stuff. And like I was saying. I was like, it's one of those things that make me mad because I think about it as, okay, you're saying Black Lives Matter, you're saying all this stuff, but what are you doing as Black lives to actually matter? You know, what are you doing?
What is the action?
Your actions. You're talking about it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And the reason, and before I go in it, yes, it's got a lot to do with business. It's just that this is the format that got me all frustrated this morning and mad. So I was in this like thing because we're entrepreneurs and we're trying to build. But I've noticed, not just even in my group, in a lot of people's group, and I've been talking to, is that we don't go any further. Mm-hmm. We are as Black people, we limit ourselves. We don't move any further. We don't look at how we can better anything. We don't educate ourselves on every little thing that we do. We educate ourselves on one or two things, and that's it. But we don't continue to educate ourselves. And I always say our ancestors fought so much. Stagnant. Yeah, so our ancestors fought so much to get us to the next level, but we're not getting ourselves to the next level. So this is where Black Lives Matter. So you have all this stuff, and we're Black Lives Matter, and then the main thing other cultures say is, well, it needs to matter to you first. Now, I agree with that statement. There's other statement that they go with it. I do not agree. So they go, well, you need to do more for your own. I do. But why you guys have Black-owned Black crime? That's the statement I don't agree with. Because there's not one culture out there that don't have their culture on crime. And if you look at white people, they do more white on white crime than anything else in the world. When you watch Criminal Minds, they're based on a lot of true stories there. Mm-hmm. It might use different names, but they're based on a lot of true stories. There's serial killers. The majority of serial killers is white folks. Yeah. But we don't go, why white people doing white on white crime? So why is that something we do? Mm-hmm. Yes, we kill each other. We kill other people. We kill. If we mad, we killing you. Mm-hmm. We don't have any analyze. We don't analyze on who we kill. We just kill. We don't try to be serial killers. We just, okay, you piss me off, boom, boom, boom. That's what it is. Call it a day. Even if it's stupid, boom, red, boom, blue, boom, black. We don't care. But I was asking a question to my nephew, and I said, what have you, because my sister got me on this page that asked me this question, and I had to really answer it, because I was like, this is really quick. But I said, what do you contribute to Black Lives Matter? And his answer was supremely really good, but it just didn't fall on him. It just wasn't something he should have said. Mm-hmm. So he said, I contribute to being Black Lives Matter by being who I am, being the best I can be. I'm like, but you're not doing the best that you can be. You're nowhere near doing the best that you can be. And I said, you procrastinate, you're lazy, there's a lot of stuff that you do that you're not doing the best that you can be. Mm-hmm. You're not going to always feel good about what you're doing, but you do it 100%. And I've always raised all the kids, all my nephews and nieces, my children, to always give 100% in everything you do, even if you don't like it. Do 100%. That is how you can contribute. We might not be the ones that are marching. We might not be the ones that, doing such and such over here. But me being the best Lydia I can be, and give my 100% on everything I do, and not be happy with my 20% and my 30%, and stop looking at my 20 and 30% like it's 100% when I know it's a 20 and 30%, and I know I can do better. Mm-hmm. So we got said that. So then he made me mad. My nephew, I love to death. Made me mad because then I was saying, Mom always says it's always the family that will tear you down before anybody else. And that's how he said, yeah, that's true. And I said, that pisses me off. I said, yes, that's true, but why was that the most excitement that you had out of our whole conversation? Like, we've been talking and everything, and it was all, yeah, auntie, yeah, but that one, yep, that's true. Why are you happy with that? That's a big negative. That's something you should not be like cheerleading over. No, I'm just saying no, but do you understand everything else was like, yeah, auntie, but then, yeah, that's true. And I said, that's a mentality, that slave mentality that it's irritating me. I said,
if you're hyper about that, then that means it's just you accept it and it's gonna keep.
Yeah, I said, I remember when you was on in the other restaurants with your family and you did the coffee net, and I would come in there, and I remember me and my sister had a big argument because I didn't tip. And I was like, I didn't have enough money to tip. If I go to a restaurant, if I go somewhere to get something to eat, I barely have money to get that to eat. How do I have now? You want me to don't go and get nothing to eat. So if everybody don't have money to tip, you won't have a job. Because we can't come in there and eat because we got to make sure we have tip. There's a lot of us that don't have money to tip. We have enough money to eat. We scrounging, okay. You can spend, because you kids, you spend $10. Mm-hmm. Okay, we spend $25. So you can get those meals together, you put $25. Mm-hmm. And then our drinks, well, we got some sugar here. They got sugar on the table. Mm-hmm. What you want, radio? Tell them to bring us some lemon water. There you go, lemon water. There you go, because that's free. And we're going to make us some lemonade. Okay, okay. There we go. Hey, look, let's go. And she would get mad talking about, well, tipping is this and this and this. And it was a big argument. And I understood what she was saying, but she was not comprehending what I was saying. Because we was really arguing about it, and she was just not listening that I don't have enough money to tip. I don't just be rolling in money to tip.
You hear her talking now, and look, she big balling now, and I'm sitting there. She can tip. She can really tip. I can't.
But my thing is, I'm getting to my good point. Hold on.
I tip.
So anyway, so I remember she was mad at me because, you know, through our life growing up, she just always mad at me about something. Yeah. So then I go to church, and Pastor Martin, who's no longer at our church, he's living somewhere, said, you know, black people and Christians do not tip. That's why waiters don't like coming to us, because we don't tip. And we need to get out of the habit of not doing that, blah, blah. It's the whole thing. So, of course, if you put something negative against my culture, and then that time I was claiming Christianity, you put that against my culture, all of a sudden that opened my eye like, what? All these waiters and waitresses don't want to wait on me because I'm black? Because I'm not going to tip? And because I'm a Christian, so I got 2 negatives?
I'm not going to negatives because you actually weren't tipping.
Not 2. So then that's what happened. I wouldn't go out to eat unless I could tip. So there was no going out to eat. So if the restaurant fell apart, that was not my concern because I couldn't go because I tipped. Because I didn't like how they looked at me. And I don't care how people really look at me. Like if you don't like Lydia for Lydia, you don't. But
you don't want to just preconceive, you know.
Yeah, and my thing is, especially if I know that it's just our culture don't want to do this and that and that. And I get the understanding why we don't. I think it's a negative fact. So that's the thing that, like, with business, you have to really understand every avenue. Like, I understand how to be a customer, and I understand how to be a business. You can't be a business owner worried about customers. And I know that sounds so cliche and does not match. It sounds hypocritical, but it's so true. I can't worry about your pockets as a customer and be out of business. I have to worry about my product. Now, I can give you a low cost. But a lot of times, if you're only a one company, like you don't have multi-million, like you don't have monopolize. Yeah, if you don't have 100 McDonald's, you know, McDonald's can make things cheap. So they get deals that I'm not going to get because they're feeding all 100 of their companies. They're McDonald's. I know they got more. I'm just giving an example. Well, when we had our restaurant, it was only one of us. So even though we was getting some deals, we weren't getting deals like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Taco Time, Wendy's, Burgerville. We weren't getting those deals. Yeah. So our stuff couldn't be as cheap. But I remember one of the things that me and Mom was arguing about, she was always comparing us to fast food. And I said, we're not fast food, we're more of a restaurant. So I said, if you want to put us on fast food, it'd be more like a Burgerville. But when a restaurant, our stuff has to be more expensive. Yeah. And this is how it goes. And again, we can't do what they do because we don't have the money. We don't get the same. We are not buying as much food as the other companies buy. Because you can be one restaurant or one thing, but if you're buying $1,000 a day worth of food, then yeah, you're going to get those good discounts. You buying $100 worth of day or $1,000 worth a month or a week. It's different than $1,000 a day and $1,000 a month that you gon', you know, it's a difference. Right. So keep that in mind.
And those companies that you deal with look at that as such too, because they keep track of all that stuff as well. So they know, hey, this business here is they not doing that much because they're not buying that much from us. This business here is constantly ordering all the time. So then you know, a lot of times that's like you say those places you get like a better deal and you go get more.
Mm-hmm.
But we couldn't get those deals because we weren't able to. And even if we tried to buy something in bulk, we didn't have the space to hold it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of places have a big old, you know, they can have it forever. Like a big old huge. And we had, to me, that was a big freezer and refrigerator. But they got companies that are way bigger than that. And you can walk in there and do all this stuff. They can keep their stuff and they're going through it so much faster and they're ordering constantly. We wasn't doing
We couldn't do that. And you have to understand that. So when you do your business, you have to look at your finances, what you could do. If you have to pay $400, I'm going to say lip gloss, $400 for your supplies, where the big time Maybelline and then they could spend $5,000, their stuff is going to cost them 5 cents per thing, where your stuff is costing you 50 cents or 75 cents or 78 cents per thing, and they can make their lip gloss for $1, and you got to make your lip gloss for $10. You got to understand that. You got to understand those goals.
And that's the customer. That's what's so hard too, is if you're wishing that the customers can understand that. I'm seeing more and more people having a little bit more understanding about smaller businesses nowadays, but a lot of people never paid attention to that, and they would just be like trying to get the deal, you know.
Yeah, but that is a key too. Customers will do what you want them to do, but if you don't believe in it, if you're doubting it, they can read that, and if they think they can manipulate you to change, then that's what it's going to happen. So you have to have faith in what your decision of your price. If you don't believe in your price, they won't believe in your price. That's just what it is. I know, like when we go vending, a lot of people go, "Oh, can I taste your hot sauce?" I don't have no sample. Oh. I don't waver and say, "Oh, I wish I could. Oh, I didn't even think about it." In my head, I'm saying, "No, I should have thought about that. Do I want to?" But then I'm also thinking, how many bottles am I going through as a sample?
Just a sample, yeah.
So I don't want to do a lot of sampling bottles because just for you to do, now I got to buy some chips for you to try it on, and I got to buy this, and there's a lot of stuff that's in my head that says, I don't want to. Now, I can do little things, and if you buy so much, I'll give you a free sample or something like that. Sense. But I'm not going out to do that, because my thing is, when you go to the store and you see a new name brand, when I bought my buttery steakhouse from Costco, I didn't ask Costco, do you have a sample?
Right.
Got the seasoning, I want to try it. No, I bought it, I fell in love with it, I go back and forth. So there's that mindset that people, because there's other people that will let you sample this stuff, that will do that, so they want you to do it. And I just look at them like, I'm sorry, but here's my hot sauce.
Well, and the thing about it is, when you do stuff like that, then, like you said, I think about all those little bottles, and those little bottles could be one full bottle, and that's missing that.
Or have you ever thought about this too? Sometimes the little bottles cost more than the big bottles.
Exactly.
Because I was going to do, because, you know, if I go out and I'm talking and stuff like that, I would like people to go to our website and order our stuff. And I was thinking, I'll give samples of certain things. I have no problem with that. But I was thinking about that. I was like, I was looking at little bottles for my hot sauce, and I was like, for $48, are these little ones? I could have bought 48 of the big ones.
Oh, wow.
So, no. I mean, I might do a 10-ounce bottle. Right now I do a 5-ounce. I can do a 10-ounce bottle. You get to have 2 different leverage of that. And the reason I don't do that is because, like, I got to make more hot sauce.
Right.
So, but I'm just thinking, I was like, there's things that we don't think about in business that you have to think about. There's things that you want to be able to do promotions on. Like, I can do tea in a little package and give you a tea sample. You buy this, I'm putting a free tea. So if you didn't buy no tea, you're going to get a tea. If you didn't buy no hot sauce, I'm going to put a hot sauce bottle in your bag. So then you have that. I'm even going to buy little cute little containers that's going to have a little of everything in it. And then you get to try all my different stuff in my little cute containers. But as a business, I'm always thinking about change. And I really want to be adamant about this conversation, because a lot of people don't think about the changes in their business. I think about it constantly, because I'm like, I got to elevate myself. I decided I don't want to manufacture out my stuff. I want to just build me a warehouse that suits me. So if you have the Royal Kingdom Family's teas, It's just pumping out. We have employees, and we're employing black folks to pump out these teas. And then over here is doing the hot sauce, and over here is doing the such. I want to have people who can I don't want to manufacture out and lose quality in my stuff and lose my identity in my stuff. What makes me good in my hot sauce is I'm always trying to figure out what to make it best. So right now, do I have one set flavor? Nope. I'm going to have different set flavors because I got to find which one is like my top seller. And then that's the ones I'm going to go, okay, this is this. Or I decide, okay, I'm going to have 8 different hot sauces. And I know each one by heart. I know the different flavors. I want to be able to master those things. So your brain is always functioning. So when you're doing stuff, this is a good time for, if you're starting a business, to write your business plan of what your goals are. And then every day add. You might not have your business plan done to be able to go out and ask for some money, but you can always, okay, this is what I need to add now, such and such and such. And always have it on your computer to change up your business plan so you're there. Now this is my new mission for my business plan. I started this way, but now I'm going to go this way to over here. And that's okay. But what are you doing? I say for me, I always go, every week I learn something new that I want to do in my business. Every week I vend, I want to do something different. I either want to add something, either I'm adding a new product or I'm adding a new something in the flavors. I'm always looking, what can I buy to make myself stand out the most? I'm always doing that. And I always give advice to everybody in our group, and I give advice to people that walk of what they should do. But it's like I always tell my nephew, why am I giving you advice that you don't want to take? I could just take my own advice. I told this one lady that she didn't want to use the name that I had. I'm going to use the name for something else. The same thing. If you're not going to take my advice, and I realize I got this extra big old bag that I can do the same thing I'm telling you to do, why not do it? Because you're not taking my advice. I'm giving you something that I don't have to give you. Yeah. So we were talking, and then we were talking. I said, my sister, hold on.
I put the stuff in there. It's not sweet. I blended a lot, so it's not sweet.
And you mixed it in the lemonade?
Uh-huh.
And it's not sweet, because the lemonade was really sweet.
Jakai just tasted it. He said it's not sweet. I haven't tasted it.
Add some, taste it to make sure for you. Because I don't want it extra sweet. I just want to taste my normal sweet. Add some more honey, maple syrup, and agave nectar to it. And then mix it. Because I didn't want you to do a lot where it changes the taste. I just wanted to.
I didn't do too much. It was like enough.
Yeah, okay. And can you bring in some food, warm it up, and bring it? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
The things they're not done.
The
rolls got to be done first.
I know. I was going to eat it without the roll.
Oh, you can take it?
Because I didn't have nothing to eat.
The rolls are literally almost done. I put them in the oven like 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's like 5 more minutes.
Here, take this bowl, please.
You guys want lettuce and stuff like that?
Lettuce, tomatoes.
What you want?
This one?
And mayo.
Mayo and mustard? Or just mayo?
I like mayo, mustard, ketchup.
Bye.
Thank you, Jose. So, like I was telling, I said, my sister and me make vanilla. And I said, why would I bring vanilla? There's no difference in vanilla. Like, unless I have that Mexican vanilla that I'm in love with, there's no reason for me to bring vanilla. I could bring the lemon and orange extract because she ain't making that. But why would I bring the vanilla? I said, I was having different teas. Nobody's tea's the same. So it can make a difference. But me bringing vanilla is really a waste of time. Like, it really is. Some things you got to look at in the business is like, why would I even bring vanilla? We started vanilla at the same time. Oh, yeah. I made vanilla plenty of time. I know the history of vanilla. I can tell you everything about a vanilla. I have no problem with that. Like the lady said, I thought vanilla was darker and stuff. There's different kinds of vanilla. It depends on what vanilla bean you use, how long it sits. It's a lot of different stuff. So no, there's different things about vanilla. But there's no reason for me to ever bring vanilla into it. Because you're getting vanilla. It's plain and simple. Vanilla is vanilla. Unless I get the Mexican vanilla. Because there's this Mexican one. I don't know what it's called. But it just enhances your food to a whole nother level. It makes my vanilla. Can you order it off Amazon? I sure can. I'm trying not to because I have my own vanilla. Yeah, like it's stupidity. Yeah. And my goal is always to figure out how to make it. Have you ever had it before? Yeah.
Then did you look at the thing and see if they did anything different?
They don't have, this is vanilla. They're not leaking their secret.
It might be maybe special vanilla bean in Mexico.
Yeah,
it might be.
I think it's a special everything. The alcohol, everything is something different about it. Because I can't tell you
years ago, like vanilla with all different types.
And they all have different tastes, and they all have different flavors.
Tequila?
I did one. I got a whole bunch of little bottles and did them, and
I thought one of you did the tequila because you know.
I did, but this if you could taste the vanilla, you would understand. I did one with Patron.
You did? Okay.
The little tiny bottle. I did it with a lot of stuff. No, if you taste the flavor, it has nothing to do with alcohol. I don't believe it has something. That's something they're doing something. I'm gonna try some things, but I didn't decide to order it. But if I order it, I'm gonna be really stingy with it because it's so freaking good, and it's not dark. It's like a clear color.
Oh really?
It's clear. It's the best vanilla I've ever had in my life. And I've had Grenadian vanilla. I have all kinds of vanilla, and it's you can't.
So that is in the Grenadian one too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like when I say you can put regular vanilla in my banana pudding, and you go, oh, this is good. But when I put this one in, it's like crack. Everybody's like, oh.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Really?
When we was at the restaurant and I put that vanilla in there, they were like, and they were like, oh my god, it's good. And I'm like, you guys are the same people that bought the last banana pudding. But that vanilla enhanced. It wasn't just a vanilla. You know, because our vanilla just, it doesn't really give a flavor in your food. You just go, oh, okay, vanilla. You put a teaspoon of vanilla. You did it. Yeah. It doesn't really get, this actually like says, it's just really good vanilla. I just say it. But my whole point is you got to look at things business-wise. Because what I don't, like I told, and I tell everybody, because we are the Royal Kingdom family business. And it's 4 of us in there. This is really why the business part is really important. It's 4 of us doing our own business. But we put it on one, so we don't have to multiple payments of vending fees. We don't have to sit apart from each other. We don't need a whole bunch of different phones to do the credit card payment. It just goes into one credit card payment. We jot down, make sure we have all our stuff. Who got this? Who got that? It's all the stuff is like laid out, so it's so much easier to do as a business. I can see there's a lot more positives than there is negative into doing the business. But what I told him is, and I've also told Alizé the same thing, is I look at everybody. So I don't just look at, how to promote me. I don't do that. I said I look at all the stuff. We can all do the same exact thing. Everybody can start doing resin. I'm not going to get mad. We can all do seasoning. We all can do hot sauce. We can all do teas. We can all do body butters. We can all do... It's really how we package it that's going to draw somebody to it. How much knowledge do we have on our products and how much we love? Like I said, I can tell your teas are good and masterful, but what they are drawn to me and your mom's tea is that we know the healing benefits. I know your tea got some healing benefits. I just don't know what the hell it is. So we can't say, this razzle dazzle tea is, because he got this one label. I just love it. It's a berry one. I just love the tea, the packaging on it. Yeah. But I don't know what the healing benefits is, and see people come in for the healing benefits, but yours is doing something because they're natural herbs.
And he's been doing teas way longer than us, and they were always healing and helpful, but he don't ever tell
because he doesn't think about it. I say things all the time. I'm very vocal. I'm very vocal on trying to help everybody's business, but everybody don't want to take my advice. So then I shut down, and then I get in trouble for shutting down. I can't win for losing in our family. I really just can't. I get yelled at by mom, my kids, my sister. Just the whole 9 yards. Everybody yells at me. Because I get all the time. You always yell at me. All the time. And so my thing is, I don't know. And so I said, I don't ever want to be selfish because my whole thing is, I want us all to grow. I don't want one to grow beyond the other when it comes to our Royal Kingdom family. I want us to all grow. Now, we do whatever we want to do. Have fun with it. Because right now, we ain't really running nothing. We just doing vending and pop-ups. So we're not really like got a big giant website and doing that. So we can make all our mistakes right now instead of trying to wait until later to make the mistakes. But we don't. My goal is always, I always look and go, how can I make this better? You know, I always, even for your birthday, and the mom was like, that's not a good gift. I want to do something else. I'm like, no, this is a perfect gift. You don't got to do nothing else. I wanted her to have her logo. Because I know my sister, she wasn't going to go and get no logo. She wasn't even thinking about it. If I left it up to her, she'd have had my niece's logo up there with the logo looked like a little alien and this little ball in the bag that was called the world. Now, it was good for her first thing, but we ain't never updated it, and nobody knew that was Mother Earth. It looked like Alien Earth. We don't know alien invasion. Now, I love my niece to death, but that's just what it was. I get what the concept was. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Then I started looking at it, and my sister's logo was the only one going up. Yeah. And I was like, I know it don't have our thing in it, but it is representing all of us. And that is not doing it. Right. And so then I got another logo of a clip art, and I paid my $2 and some cents for her to have that logo. And we was at another vending, and my daughter was like, yeah, they got the so-and-so. We got the same logo as Auntie. I said, well, that's not going to be good because everybody can use that one. I'm going to have to go on here and get her logo. And because I was so very detailed in her logo, the price was up more than anything else I had paid from the company, which is Fiverr, whatever it is. You guys go there and get your stuff for your business. Don't be afraid. But my whole thing is, that is what it is. And I wanted to make sure before that I got it, that it was to my thing. Now, if she didn't like it, I can always go back in and have somebody else recreate it. But I wanted, that's something that I truly, truly like. And so before I even paid for it, she seen the logo. And it took our cousin to say, they spelled the word wrong. I said, dang it, I ain't paying that no attention. So I went back before I paid so they could fix that. And then I got more prints than I normally did at the first time to give her logo. And make sure that's something she liked. And she really did like it, and it was approved. And so that's her logo. Now, later on in life, if she want to change it, she can. But I knew I wanted to help her be successful in her business. So I helped. I do try. I know I'm harsh. My words are not nice. I know that's probably because I'm the youngest of the females. Yeah. But I try my best.
But I felt like with that too, it was like well, I don't know, because you kept saying when you were doing it, you kept saying I. But the thing was, I had already been telling you for the longest what I wanted, so it was so crazy because I have been so stressed out before you even did it. That was all I've been stressing.
I did hear all her words.
No.
From what she told me, I was trying to prove it before. That's what was so crazy
because it was everything I said I wanted. She did it, and I was like, so now I'm to the point. This is where the next. You don't know this.
So here I go.
But I actually want to get my picture taken like that.
Oh yeah.
And it was so funny because it was just like, this is everything I said I wanted, and it was really there. That's why when I got it, I just couldn't even stop looking at it and then what was so crazy, I think that was the funny part, was not realizing that it was my face at first, because I just kept looking at it, and then because of the way where I was looking at it, it was like looking in a mirror, because if how we look in the mirror and it's like exactly what we're seeing, a reflection. But if we were to turn around, it would be the other way. So I kept looking at it because the mole was still on the same side as what I was looking at. So I was like, well, I feel like I'm looking at a mirror. And then I was like, this is me. It's my face. And I didn't even realize she had did my face. That was threw me off. Because I was just staring at it for the longest. And I was like, oh, this is my face. Nobody can take this.
Yeah, and you got to be detailed, and that's the thing I've learned by dealing with Fiverr.
Y'all let them know.
Is that you have to be detailed on everything. I was just telling today because I'm ordering some stuff, and they keep sending me stuff, and I'm like, that's not what I said. And even though I'm not spending a lot of money, I'm paying you. I want what I said. You agreed to it before I came and talked to you, because I don't ever just, when you go to Fiverr, I'm just telling you this is me. when I go to Fibber and I look at something and I want them, I don't go buy first. I contact them and say, can you do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this? And whoever responds to me first and tells me, some people will even draw me a quick something, or tell me to send them something to give them the idea of what I want. And what I realize is even when I do that, they give me the wrong thing. So I'm like, I'm not paying you until I get it done the way I want it done. You can make me feel bad if you want, but I want what I want. Yeah. Or, we're going on and on until you do what I want. And you might never want to work with me again, but there's a million of you guys on there. You should want the same consistency of doing that. But as I was saying, is your team. You want to build a good team. And you want to be able to listen to your team. You want to be able to, hopefully your team listens to you. You want to be able to build and be successful. So again, I'm glad you corrected me, because it was not my dream of how her business should be, her logo should be. I heard it from the moment she took the picture. She told me about the picture she took years ago. And when she came up with the name MotherEarth Consultant, and I was like, yes, that's the name, I like it. That's the picture she always had wanted, period. So that's where I visioned. So even when I found the clip art and was able to find something that was close to it, I was like, well, look at that. But then when my daughter said, because somebody else got it, that hurt my little feeling, like, what the hell? We all done paid for the same thing. And so I was very adamant, like, with the picture, I was very adamant, because, like, he was making her black. And I was like, my sister almost, besides the sun, is almost nearly white. What are you talking about? If this sun was out here, she would not be the shade right now. So
dark right now. Represent.
Yeah, she think she black. She think she black. She think we got the same daddy. Yeah, she think we got the same daddy now. Look at that. Oh, sorry. But anyway, so on the business tip of that, I just, you got to be very vocal what you want, even with the people that you're around. The team that you're with. If you're by yourself, you got to be vocal to yourself. So you need to write everything down so you can look at what you're doing. Because it is such, it's hard work when you start, but it can also go so fast without you knowing.
Right. You got to be prepared.
You got to be prepared. And you got to have the people that are there to help you get in that. But you got to be able to, like my sister has a problem with, you got to be able to take the help. If somebody's offering you the help, take it.
Would you say I have a problem with that?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, major. Because I asked you plenty of times. When you had to make those 100 teas, I said, if you need me to come over, I'll make the tea. Call me, and I'll come over. I'll find a parking spot, or have Derek drop me off and pick me back up, but I will help you make the tea. Or you can bring it over here and do it. She don't be liking people out of the house. But you can bring it over here, and we can do it. I will help you make it. Yeah, she doesn't do that. I mean, as much as she's over here on Fridays, why not just have your stuff here and make it here? You're here Wednesday and Friday a lot of the time. Make your stuff here while we're talking and stuff, or doing our videos, or trying to figure out, making our songs we could be doing, making the stuff. You don't have to wait until 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning to create something when you have all week long to do it. And you have help. Yeah. And that's the thing I be trying to tell her. Like, you come over here and you'll help over here, but we could be helping you too over here. Like, we could all be just sitting here eating and this stuff and getting work done. So when you go home, all you got to do is go to sleep. Hi. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Alize. And so those are things that we could be doing as well. So that's what I'm saying. It's like we got to be able to always be ready to go to the next level.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to stop thinking back there, because this is something that's important as well. Because I've watched in the past this happen with businesses. A lot of times businesses will come out with a product, and I'll see it in the store or whatever, I find it, and I'm like, oh, I really like this. So this particularly, I will just say this. This happened with me with Splenda. Splenda came out. I tried Splenda. I loved it.
Oh, it was good when it first came out, yes.
And then it got popular. And then, of course, they had to start mass producing it to be in all the stores and stuff. And then just the quality went down to where I couldn't take it. I didn't like it.
Tastes like chemicals.
Yeah. And
Take away from the good flavor.
I didn't like it. And so this is what a lot of times I tell people, when you have something, like I particularly think I have a few products but I have a couple that I think would be the ones to just shoot off because they seem to be the ones everybody needs or wants. So I'm like, okay, I don't want something happening to take off, and then I'm like, because like I got it mass produced, then it just ain't the same. Like she's saying, she'd rather just be in a warehouse and just trying to, shoot them out or whatever. But a lot of people I'm seeing who have a good product that start off small, they have to eventually go to that or whatever and get mass production. But I say that as saying too is be ready in the sense of you never know. Also, another thing that comes to mind with that is in the being ready. Like for me, at least right now, for my situation, it's different. She's got her hands in a lot of different things. But a lot of times my finances have gone down. You taking care of your family, stuff like that. My finances went down when I first had a lot, and I was able to just pour into everybody's business and then even mine. And that's all my money was just going to that. To where now it's just down to nothing. So then it makes me nervous because it's like, okay, well, gosh, if somebody orders something, do I even have the money to go get the stuff? So those are things too. I will say here, get to a point. Make sure when you are doing your businesses, start advocating for the funds. There's things out there. There's people who give you small business loans. There's grants. There's all kinds of stuff out there. So pay attention where you're at. And the only reason why I say that now is because a lot of times where we're from, there's a lot of finances. A lot of states I hear about people be like, well, honey, you just on your own. You got to make it happen for yourself. But there is a lot. Don't sit there and if there's stuff where you live available, don't let it sit because it just sits there. Yeah. There's a lot of times there's all this money that is supposed to go to stuff like this, free money too at that you're just not tapping into. So, and a lot of times people are lazy and don't want to do the little bit of work, or if you got to write a little something about it, do what you got to do to get those funds. So that's why.
Well, a lot of reason I agree and then I disagree.
Okay.
I agree with her solely on there's so much funds out there for everybody, especially Black people, to get businesses. There are so much. But the thing that I have a disagreement is, like you said in the beginning, and we both did it, we took the money that we did have and invested it in our account, in our business. But what we did not do is take the money that we made and put the money that we put in there. So we put $500 into our business. We cannot spend any money until we get that $500 back. Because it doesn't matter. You can get the loans. But if you're not doing that, you're still going to be in the same predicament you're in. Exactly. You have to, if I'm saying, and even if I didn't invest $500 in my business, say I invested $200. My goal is to get the $500 so I can always supply myself with more. What happened is we took our money that we got and spent it on doing other stuff. We might have got more product. We might have did this. We might have bought some food or did this. But we shouldn't touch it until we get the $500 to replenish all of our supplies. That's what I can tell that with me, because with my tea, I don't have the money to pay for the tea. That tea was expensive to make. But I had the money to make it, and I had it 2 or 3 times over to buy the supplies. But I was so busy buying supplies over here and over here and over here and over here and over here because I had so much.
And so many different things.
Yeah, and I had so much of the royalty that I was like not thinking about the royalty and the benefit. By the time it gets really low, I'll be able to buy the stuff. No, I didn't do that.
Yeah. That's a mistake a lot of people. I make that a lot.
Yeah.
Because I would go, oh, I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna do it for this. Da 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 da. But we have our, like I was telling her, family things and stuff like that. We didn't know we were gonna have this heat wave, and for me, I don't normally buy my family. We don't normally buy water bottles because I have, pitchers and Brita systems and stuff like that. I don't buy bottled water, but I was buying bottled water like crazy, and I was buying bottled water like crazy, and so it was like, oh, I was spending money that was supposed to go right back into the business for survival mode, basically.
But if we already did it in the beginning, the survival mode, we would have money for survival mode. Exactly. Joy, I'm glad you're here. She said, I missed out on several funds by not having my phone. When they called, you gotta have all your stuff in there, or have a good messenger that you can get. Like, get somebody you could trust that will give you your messages, and then you can call them back because you want to have that message phone as well. But I just want to be because when you get a lot of loans that are free and stuff, you don't think about, you gotta write your profit and loss. I lost about 15 cupcakes. I mean, cake in a jar. I have to put that in my loss of what I did.
Yeah.
I lost about 8 lemonades. And my stuff ain't cheap.
Mm-mm.
So I have
that's
to.
natural, so then you gotta use a lot.
You gotta use a lot of the sweetener.
Mm-hmm.
So that is stuff that I could say that is not easy. So, but you gotta have your profit and loss, because almost any business that gives you a loan or gives you free money, they want to know your profit and loss statement. And if you are a business and you register, they want to know that you are a business. And as you being on a business, that means you have a profit and loss statement.
Yeah.
So you want to remember that.
Sometimes you can make a batch of tea and it may not come out right or whatever, and then you gotta, okay, I can't sell this, but on YouTube I can't sell it. I can't give this to the public because whatever. And so those are losses. And those herbs and things are very spendy. So you have to,
So you have to have that to get those. So what Joanne's telling you is correct. But if you ain't got your profit and loss, there's a lot of loans they ain't giving you because that you're not a business, it's a hobby. And they're not into paying for your hobby and giving you free money for hobby. Right. They'll give you $500, you do what you want, you want to pay a bill, do your business, that's it. But if you talking about loan for your business, they want your profit and loss. Even if it's free. Yeah. And there's a lot of free money out there, but a lot of people can't get it because they're doing it as a hobby.
Business plan ready for when you have to try to come to these people for money.
But that's why you start from the beginning. Write everything down. So then all you have to do is add what you project your business is going because you already see it. How you expect this to go because you see it. You have that. Get your little charts and your graphs and do it early in the stages of your business. Don't wait until you need it, then you're stressed over it. And if you don't know how to do it, again, Fiverr is right there. Just tell them everything you need, and they do. You got the cost to pay pretty good money on it, but they'll get your charts and all that stuff that you need that you might not be computer savvy on doing. They will get there. That's why I like Fiverr. It's freelancers, people need work, and they will help you out. And even though you might have paid up front, they don't get that money until you say, I approve. So if you don't approve, then it don't happen. Now, if you sit there and prove and didn't look at the work, that's on you. I look at everything. I look at everything. Hold on, I'm going to pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this food I'm about to receive. Thank you for blessing me and guiding me and protecting me. Thank you so much for all that you have done. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I'm going to be a little petty right now. Hold on. Alizé! Because I wanted a big chicken breast.
You're going to switch?
No, yes. I want a big chicken breast on this one. This is cold. You didn't warm this up. You want your warm up?
No. Okay.
You want to warm yours up?
No.
You want a different chicken breast?
No, she fine.
I got a big one.
She got a big one.
Are you picky like my mom?
No, I
Would you like another piece of lettuce? A different size tomato?
Can I have some more tomatoes? You're going to be a smart mouth about it.
These teenagers.
No, this one's stabbing.
No, but that was good. I did a good job.
You did.
Well, she was tearing, the baby was tearing up, okay?
Yeah, she got it warmed up. But anyway, on business, I really want you guys to be really important. Not only are we good to advocate for others, hold on. What did y'all make? Oh, Joanne made smothered potatoes. And then I made the chicken breast, fried the chicken breast. And my daughter made homemade rolls to hold our chicken breast because, we can't go to the store to buy bread and stuff. We got to make it from scratch. Yeah.
So they got the God fast, so this is a God fast meal.
Yeah, we starting to learn how to do stuff fast now. It used to take us hours to make a roll. That would be a 5-second roll. But that's how we do it. But yeah.
How about your lemonades? It's really good.
Thank you. Oh, so one day I was making my lemonades for the pop-up market. And so I had my lemons and I kept it in there. And I kept it in some hot water and stuck it in the refrigerator. So I didn't have to, I let it stay in the hot water, cool all the way down, and then stuck it in the refrigerator. And I said I didn't sweeten it or anything. So today I sweetened it. And I was telling my daughter, why don't you take some of that fruit and blend it with some of the lemonade, blend it and pour it in there and mix it. She said it wasn't sweet enough, so she had some sweet. So now we got little chunks of fruit in here, like a tropical wave. And it's really lemon because the lemon's been sitting in there forever and stuff like that.
So what was the time frame when the lemons were sitting in the water?
I made lemonade on Friday, so I'm gonna say Friday to today.
So it's just Ciroc.
Just sitting there,
nice.
just water, just lemon, just sitting
That's
there.
nice. I think Ciroc would love something like this.
He'll be over today. You know,
He will.
we're on good terms.
Oh.
Yes, the potatoes was yummy, Joy. It was yummy.
Mm-hmm.
But Joy, so you know, we were talking about business and how to stay focused, and we're working with people, how to be understand each other and still motivate each other and accept it both ways. How to always look at what you can do and see if you can make it better. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bye now.
Bye. How we can make it better. You always want to make it better. Don't be just stagnant in where you at and go, oh, my 30% looks like 100%. You're never going to reach 100, but you should always be upgrading and moving. And the best way I told Ciroc is, I go to Albertsons all the time here on 181st, and my toothbrush and toothpaste been in the same spot for years. Well, for about a year. I could say a year now.
Really?
It's been in the same spot. Then all of a sudden, I went in there and I needed my Sensodyne. And I went in there and it wasn't in the same spot. And I had to walk all over the store looking for my dang toothpaste. And I was saying I had to because it was a product that I needed. And I wanted. And I get it there. But they're even the grocery stores are always figuring a way changing to make it better. Yes, it was over here for this time, but it didn't flow over here. It's going to flow in this area. And when I saw where it was, I was like, that makes sense. I don't know why y'all been there doing it. But I mean, I need a note when I go over there. We are now on aisle 18. We're no longer on this aisle. So I don't know. But, I mean, even if the grocery stores, the clothing stores, and all those places, Amazon and everybody feel like they need to upgrade, why do we think with our little business we don't need to upgrade? They're always looking at new, and they pay people to tell them. We don't have to pay nobody. We got people around us. When I go vending, I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at everybody with how they're setting up, what they need. Yeah, I might take their ideas, but I didn't know about this stuff. I'm learning. It's all new. And because I sell different stuff, it don't matter. But it's always like, how can we upgrade our stuff? Like I saw that we got our tent. It was sunny, and the lady came the next day. She had a curtain rod and some curtains, and she put on her tent. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Then we spend $30 to give this whole thing like that. That makes sense.
Most of the stuff we already have in our house. Yeah,
it is kind of like limoncello. Yes, it is. But not as sweet as limoncello. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always, when you're doing your business, you always want to upgrade. You don't want to just stay there. If you look at your business and say, why isn't this selling? What can I do to make it sell better? And that's how you have to look at it. That's what I look at. How can I make my product sell better? I need to sell more. I don't want it just to sit there.
Well, one thing I noticed that, which is funny, because Joy's listening to us. I know she does that, and she because she's a consumer, and she's on the outside looking in. She thinks business-wise too, as if she was business, and then so she's able to look at people's businesses, and then she'll tell them, I can connect them to where they can get something cheaper, or you can get paid for that, Joy. Yes, that's consulting.
Yeah, you can get paid. Even doing a list. But I know people get paid to tell you what warehouses and wholesale companies that work best for you. People pay for those lists. And if you got that, Joy, you should do it.
I know she's always helping, connecting new entrepreneurs to, places that things that'll help them do better. Because see, there's people a lot of times that there's nobody to tell you. You got this idea, you want to do this business, and you're kind of winging it, but you don't know every aspect of it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people admit that. That's why a lot of people I hear, I'm going back to school, I can do business management, It's like, okay, because they want to know every aspect of it.
But see, you don't even have to go back to school. You can pay. Yeah. You can go to the Zoom meetings and all that will teach you and save you money in your pocket.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to do. But we rather in thousands of going to school for
Mm-hmm.
the information that you just did in the journal. You're not getting the new updated information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your whereabouts or where you can get your funding and all this stuff. So
Because you got to
think about that. Unless you truly want to go to school, then truly go.
And pay attention to things like, because things just like I tell people when laws and different states and things like that, laws change and things like that everywhere. Same thing with business, so you don't know. Taxes change, everything changes all the time. You have to stay up on those things. So like you said, you can sit there all you want, pay a whole bunch of money. They probably teaching you something from 19 something and about business when business changes every day.
Mm-hmm.
It sure changed a lot when
Let me tell you to investigate. When I was in school, everything I did was investigate, search.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that do that right now for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not for free. You pay for it. And you will always have that list.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just pay for the list?
Mm-hmm.
But people always usually want to hook up. How did you get rich quick?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So I can do it. No, you don't have to still do some of the work. Because if you don't get to work, you won't be able to handle yourself when you do get rich.
That's true.
And the reason the person, when it helps, that gets advanced to be able to, because they went through the hell, the rejection, the failures, all that to get to the next level.
All the no's, okay? Mm-hmm.
They went to the no's, okay, that didn't work, and now they're making it easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you should be able to pay for that information.
Mm-hmm.
And how dare you think you shouldn't have to pay for that information?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Enjoy. If you giving out good information like that, honey,
Yeah.
they need to pay you for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're taking the time to research and figure that out, you should get paid to do that.
That's the thing.
My grandma baby is knocking on the door.
Yeah.
She got something to say.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna tell you. She's gonna tell you about some business. Her business.
But, and the reason I say that, I'm very adamant about that, because I know, Joy, you probably like my sister, hard-headed.
What sister was that?
You. I know you just want to help people. I just want to help people. If I got the information, I might as well give it out.
She does say that.
Yeah, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying,
you cut these and they're so big still.
I cut them in half, cut them in threes.
What is going on? I see why KFC ended up with that little snacker. They said, I'm a little biscuit, and they were charging. I'm like, this thing is big.
Mm-hmm. Big than KFC.
That's what I'm saying.
But my thing is this, I want you to understand, Joy, is you're helping them grow. And it's a wonderful thing. But what did you get out of it? I know you get pure satisfaction to help them, but what did you really get out of it? Are they coming back to give you any money? A percentage of their money? Because without your help and information, they probably wouldn't be where they are. So how much are they helping you? And you can charge. I'm not saying charge $1 million and $2, but charge. So that's in your portfolio of all the things you've done and help. I know that's what you're going to say, Joey. I know that, that's what you're... I just like helping. Well, I'm going to tell you something that I'll tell anybody. It is a wonderful thing to help somebody. But how are you helping somebody and you're not helping yourself first? My thing is, if I don't love me first, I can't love you the right way. I'm going to give you love where I'm dependent on you, and if you fail me, I'm going to hate you. Because I haven't learned to love myself first. You helping other people need to help yourself first. Like I said, you can do it for a reasonable price. But you can do it really cheap. But you need to get some kind of benefit for the information you give people. She said, I swear I went to bed craving hot wings.
Craving what?
Hot wings. I wish I could have a hot wing, girl.
Lord.
don't know how to stretch out. I don't even eat hot wings, but she's a Polish dog or something.
I ain't trying to burn myself up. I'm gonna burn it up. This heat. Hot weather had me messed up.
Yeah, it did. I didn't know what to do myself. Then one time I sat in the backyard and realized it was hot as heck outside, but in my backyard I was cool. Like the wind was blowing, I was just sitting there. It was hot.
It just depends on the area. Sometimes it's like really nice.
But you go in the front yard, and I was like burning up.
So somebody get that shade and breeze come through.
And we don't even, the one tree don't even have leaves in it, but we still getting shade. I mean, air.
Airflow. She ain't going to holler. Holler box.
She said, I'm going to tell you I'm talking to you. But
holler box.
I'm really advocating on you guys doing this because there's so much businesses out there that I want you guys to be prepared for that I'm going to give you. But
yeah, you gave a whole bunch last week.
Yeah, and then I thought about it like, I need to let them know they got to always step their game up. Yeah. So you can be successful and then figure out how to work hard on it. So I'm going to go through the hell for y'all, but as I go through the hell for you, you're not going to do it. You're going to have to end up going to our special classes.
Yeah, then you have to pay by then.
Well, you better get one. I'm learning.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's awesome too, that when people are able to give information, you know, when they're going through and when, you know, they're showing you what they're going through. Because a lot of stuff, like, you know, we learn a lot from other YouTubers and stuff too that give us information that they, you know, so that helps us. And I
found out with that they only give us partial, and then they want you to join the membership. And then you get more information. I was like, oh, that's smart. You said, hold on, I need to find a shoe to my pool so I can jump in. It's still hot. Oh, girl. I found out if you close your bathroom and turn on the cold water in your bathroom, it gives you cool air in your bathroom, and that'll be a cool spot in your bathroom that you can go to. Somebody said that.
Like a little refuge spot.
Somebody said that. I don't know, because my bathroom always cold. The whole house be hot, and your bathroom be like,
the bathroom like a freezer.
All the bathrooms do that though. The whole house be burning up, the bathroom be like,
yeah, that's the bathroom like a freezer.
Your pee just froze in the middle.
That's fine.
Yeah, so I want you guys to learn.
Laughing.
And I almost said pick up a book.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got no book. But I want you guys to understand that we are trying to help you. But again, like I said, once we learn it, you better take the information while you can't get it on the YouTube, because we'll be like everybody else, got to make the money to do that, because we still got to provide and take care of our household. And we are giving you this information. I remember one of the YouTubers said that, giving you this information, but you really want to grow your business, you want to join. And one girl has one that's $2.99 a month, and the other one is
remember that joint membership?
$2.99, and you can have this information, but the person that get this one at $15.99 or something like that, you get all this other great information. And my thing is this: I can look at them and go, well, that they taking advantage, but they're not, because like she's giving information that she has already went through hell, back with, failed, and then succeeded. What works and what's not. So you don't have to go through all that. You just go through the bare minimum. Like, okay, I like this company. Okay, she gave me 4 of these companies, but I like this one the best. You know?
Right.
And there's so much stuff that I have information on telling you guys and who to go to that I didn't even know that I had until I was watching her and she was naming the companies I was going to, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That really is really good.
Because a lot of times we don't understand that we may know a whole bunch of stuff, but it's just on our head because we're constantly gaining information. But a lot of times, I think for me, even just in my life period, there's a lot of times I knew things, but in my mind I thought I didn't, or I just I guess second guess myself, or I'm one of those type of people that I just be like, ooh, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I really do know what I'm talking about, and I do know. Like I was telling my daughter, a lot of times when a question's asked. And I'll sit there and think, oh, I don't know the answer. But I really be knowing the answer, and I'll be thinking, because I really feel someone trying to trick me or something. But it's like, then I'll go, no, it's this. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know the answer. It throws us off. Sometimes we don't believe in ourselves enough, you know what I mean? And when we already have the information, we already have it ourselves.
Yeah. Like the last time when Mom did the theater group, she was telling us all the right stuff. When I went to school, I found out she was saying everything right. I'm like, oh my goodness. Mom, you were right about this. She just didn't know, so she didn't have the confidence because she didn't know.
Right.
But now she can tell you all the things you shouldn't do to get there, so why wouldn't you want to take that advice?
Yeah.
So my thing is, on this journey that you're going with us, we're taking a hit. So you don't have to.
And I look at this information and the things that we're doing, kind of like I don't know if the question, kind of like the question we answered, I think, during the podcast. Oh, we're talking about relationships and stuff. You can be with somebody for a long time. Those are years that you're not going to get back. So with this information that we're giving you, why sit there if someone's already given it to you? So where you don't have to waste a lot of time, of your precious time, because you could be getting to the other level, getting to the other level quicker. If you're listening to these people who've already been there, done that. We made the mistakes in telling you what not to do or what to do, this and that. And if you listen and abide by, you get to your next level. You're not gonna be sitting there having to go through all that time and going through it and experiencing it yourself and go, oh, that didn't work, that did work, when someone already told you. So then you don't have to waste all that time. You can build your business up quicker and faster. So that's
build it, grow it. That's all you gotta do. And like I said, we're doing it together. So if you have questions, we might not know the answer right away, but we'll figure it out and tell you and find out different ways to do it. Because I'm a researcher, so once you bring something to my mind. I got full-fledged on researching everything, not just what you asked, but the things that's connected, how to get there. I try to research it all. Like all the information I gave you guys last week, I'm still in the process of researching. I've done it, but now I'm researching. I'm trying to find out different other angles about it. I've learned so many things because I'm always trying to get the information. And I realized, and my sister said you can go to YouTube and get it, but they only give you general information. So, when I was looking at a lot of the questions on some of the YouTube people, they wanted more, but they only gave general. And if you want more, you got to join.
You got to pay
their membership. So when you getting the information on YouTube, you're not getting the full-fledged information. And it sounds like it is, but you will realize if you watch enough videos, everybody's saying the exact same thing. I mean, they say the exact same thing. They just got their different personality, and they do. I mean, I saw how people research keywords and all that, and I was like, I need to watch this over here. It's the same information, so they're not giving you what you really truly need. They give you the basic, and we keep, and which is fine, like and subscribing to these people to get the information. I'm not telling you not to, because what they're doing is correct. But then you're not getting all the information. They give you the bare minimum. So to keep you hanging on, so they can keep talking to you. And if you put everything together, but they'd be so far in between, so close that you don't realize you got all the information. Because they put it like this video, 10 videos in between, this video, 10 in between, to give you the full stats. Because I've been watching, I'm like, damn. And because you're looking up other, they give you other people's channel. And it's always people's channel that's already growing. They're already here. And they don't really promote the little channels out there. They just always promote this way. And because, like my teacher said, you gonna look at the person with the most likes and subscribers. That you're not gonna pay attention to the little channel that's really giving you all the information.
Yeah.
I be looking for the little channel. Let me see what you got to say. Okay. Oh, see, they didn't tell me that when I knew. See, It's those information, just those tad bit of information. It might not be big. You might not think it's big because it's so and nobody else said it. But that be the powerful joint that gets you to your next level. Because the little subscribers don't know they ain't supposed to say all that. You don't find that out until you get older. When you with the family, the big family, then they'll tell you, don't tell all that business. And you be like, oh. I done told it. Well, they ain't, people ain't gonna go all the way in back when you were younger to tell you. But now that you've grown, do this, and this. They tell you because if you do it, then you kind of interrupt on their flow. So you want to keep them because if you don't tell, you can get membership. And now people, this is what you could do for your memberships only. This is what you could do for them. When you got memberships, they get to privately see you do this. They get to see your videos first. They get to get this such and such over here. And then you're going to do raffles. And they do all these bells and whistles to get you to join them. And you be doing it thinking you're going to get the full info. And you might. I don't know. I ain't never joined them. And I ain't planning on it, but you might get the information, but I guarantee you I'm not going to get the full information to grow me to the next level. That's something I have to do on my own and grow it. And I'm saying to you guys, get it while you can. Because I'm taking my instructor's thing. Why am I telling y'all stuff and y'all not going to pay me no attention because I ain't got 1 million followers or subscribers or $1 million like everybody else that you will follow? When I bet you, whatever I'm saying, somebody rich who already got millions will listen to me before y'all will. And they'll subscribe and call it a day and go on about their business. And that's subscribing to me is saying, I like you, you worth the money, and they subscribe to you. But you guys, we're giving you the information now. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take that message because Lydia already was told I need to shut up from my instructor because I was not understanding. And I was like Joy and I was like my sister here. I just want to help people. And that's when he said people don't want no help. They either you gonna do it for them or not. They do not want your help. And I was like, what you mean? They don't want your help. Now if you were somebody big, they would want your help. You ain't nobody big. They don't want your help. Because the first thing in their mind is, if it was all that and you were doing it right, then you would already be big. Big and popular. Yeah, but I'm not doing a lot of stuff that they're doing. And I'm not, scheming and conniving or, joining this or somebody, begging somebody to give me a shout out or, one of those big channels to give you a shout out and all that. We're gonna grow naturally because after we grow naturally, then we can tell you the mistakes that we did to grow naturally and how we got successful. But it's a journey to go through. And that's the thing that is always on our mind is what did we learn and how can we tell you don't do this, do that, do this. Because I really want to master the YouTube thing. I want people to be like, okay, Lydia, how do you get mastered? I mean, because that one time you was stuck at 98. You went to 100 one time and went back to 98. You just said, how did you reach the next level? Oh, this is what we did. Well, I finally decided, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then after that, shot up. I want to know. And then I'm going to take all the kids' channel and I'm going to blow their channel up. So I have all these channels under my belt to know how to do it. This is the same thing I tell the kids to do, but they're hard-headed. They don't do nothing. But this is it's what it is. It's like I know there's something, and I don't want you to cheat to do it. I don't want you to get almost kicked out of YouTube to do it. I want you to be able to just build a YouTube channel, doing what you do, and not stress so hard on doing it. If I can give you the information that is needed to do it. So that's what Lydia's goal is. For you now. I don't know. Joanne, what's your goal?
What do you mean?
Like
for YouTube, what is my YouTube goal? Or?
Your goal period. Life, YouTube, all that. I told all mine.
I guess for me, I don't know. I think mine's happy. But mine is basically just to have something to leave my children. to have something that is, because we're building on YouTube, yes, but then we're building also our businesses. So we're always constantly working on them. So I sit there and tell people all the time, in our culture, it's a thing where a lot of times we don't have like old money. Everybody, a lot of white people from generation, they got old money. They can be born into money and stuff like that. And we're trying to build something for our own kids now. You know what I'm saying? It's something that, because we didn't have it already. So it's something that we're trying to build now, as opposed to them, these people who are to just, got it. So, and it's hard too, because sometimes even when you think about it, you got to make sure that you are not trying to build your business up to, in a sense, to where you are selling yourself out. You know what I mean? I'm always on the going, okay, well, if someone was going to help me, I'm not going to try to, you're not going to be trying to, oh yeah, I'll give you this, and then I got part of your business, the percentage. No. I'm not accepting none of that. This is mine. I done built this from the ground up. You ain't taking it from me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I'm doing this so when I go, my kids have something, and also to the knowledge that I give them and things like that, all of it. This is like even like Lydia saying, this knowledge that we're giving you guys, this is knowledge that we have to even talk to our kids and stuff like that. And I don't care how little they are. You just talk to them, tell them about it. So, and for me, and like everyone knows, if they go to my channel, my whole goal too, because I'm struggling so much with a lot of my health issues, is people to basically, the road to, wholeness and healthy, be healthy and whole, and, while I am healing others and helping others. Because you may have one issue, and I may have a product that can help that one issue. Mm-hmm. I got this long list. I got your issue and a whole bunch of other issues. So it's taking a longer time for me to kind of get me to that point. But while I'm on this road and on this journey, I want everyone to come along with me. So that's kind of how my channel is. And we just talk about all kinds of stuff. We just talk about all that, there's a lot of stuff that people don't even pay attention to. In life, in health, and in our families, and the things that we got going on in our bodies and stuff like that. Nobody pays attention. A lot of people don't talk about that stuff. And we have to do those things. Self-care, all kinds of stuff. And I'm one to talk about a lot of times. Sometimes I'm the person who's not doing the things that I should do. Yeah, I have all those things. But you know what I'm saying? I even have... But that's what I'm saying. Like so that's the thing. That's why I push. So my goal is to make sure that I take care of myself as well.
So when are you going to start doing that?
I do.
No, you don't.
Well, I take myself.
Barely ever.
I do.
Because I told you, barely.
I take my tinctures and stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. I do.
So tell me what tea really helps your body.
I don't have a tea that makes it help my
body. Why not?
Well, it would be pop-up. It would be pop-up probably, but I want to make a whole one, and I got to do a whole long study on mine first.
But that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You should already have yours before all the other things.
Oh, that's a lot. I need more herbs.
No, because, and the reason I say the things I say to her is because my thing is, if you can heal your own body, then you are more of an advocate to heal other people, and people really are more prone to get your stuff. Yeah. You need to really heal yourself.
My stuff, they try my stuff and it works and it heals them.
No, but I'm just saying you would have bigger cells. If you can heal your body, if you're not broke down and you're doing that, you could go, ooh. Yeah. Like when I go, my blood sugar was high, but my tea made sure it's low. Mm-hmm. There's a difference. And when I made my tea, I made enough to have a whole bunch of bags. Yeah. And then I had enough for me to make our home all the time. Right. So then when I ran out of bags, I still had enough tea to go ahead and make more bags because I have a big inventory of it. I just didn't do it, and I drank my tea constantly. Like you don't. You'll make your tea and drink once and call it a day.
I have the condition you have along.
I have tons of conditions. I'm not vocal like you, but I have tons of conditions. That's why I got this stuff. That's why when you look at the back of mine, it tells you everything that it heals. It's just not my blood sugar. I had a lot of stuff in there. Because of that, and you can tell by that difference of the body and all that. That's what I'm saying. I've always said that from the day one when you made tea, find something that heals you. I mean, everybody else will come later, but once you have a tea that's healing you and you're taking it constantly every day, you take it and you can see the daily changes or the weekly, and you might not see it for a week or two, but you're taking it.
Finances don't come later though. you gotta deal. You gotta.
So
you have.
You see how you're not listening.
Yeah, because you have. But there is certain. Because you don't listen either in the sense of I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it might not be a quick fix, and it may take.
I never said it was a quick fix.
Right. So if it takes a long time, I'm trying to build. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to build generational wealth, just like you're doing. So along the road, okay.
But my thing is, if you had a tea right now that you already tested, and you're testing it every day, that means you're drinking your own tea 3 or 4 times a day. Every day that you can go, okay, this is not helping, it's helping this and not this. Let me add this herb to it. Now I'm going to make this tea over here to help somebody else because this one did this and these things happened over here. But you don't have one for you specifically at all. And that's how you started your business, is to build tea for you. And you had nothing for that sample. And I've said that way before the Eric and the Vanetta and the pop-up. Well, definitely pop-up because I just recently popped up. But I'm saying, but definitely the Eric and the Vanetta. I told you to find something that heals you. You drink it daily. Not only give it to the other people to test it, but you're testing it to see how it's healing you. Because then when you know it's healing you, then you can benefit. Yeah, hearing everybody else tell you heal, and then looking at you going like this. And you broke down. Well, if it ain't healing you and you the maker of the product, it's totally different. It's like, oh, if I make a tea, a weight loss tea. Now, you saw me looking this size, and now all of a sudden I took this tea and now I'm looking skinny. I'm selling way more than when I was selling when I first talked about it. I'm going to have a bigger, high customer value coming in because they saw me big. I will have a before and after picture of my tea. I'm drinking my tea now to do it. You don't have any of that.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever like commented on it saying they comment and tell you, but there's nothing quoted that, oh, this tea has done it. It's us saying it. Like even when I sell the bomb.com, I'm like, you can still go look. It's on there. The G Station has the best food. You can go check it out. It's somewhere they can actually put their hands on to physically say this is good. And that's what I'm saying for you. If you would have started off doing it the way you said you were going to do, start off doing it and trying to finish. Not saying you couldn't make no other tea, but doing your research like you were doing in the beginning. I remember the beginning. You were doing your research to make yourself feel better. And then somewhere along the way, you stopped trying to heal Joanne and Shavante. You started trying to heal everybody else. But again, these people that you are healing, it's not making you the money that you need. And it will make you the money that you need to heal yourself because people will see the change. When I first came in, you saw me when I was doing this and I was wobbling and look at me now. I can get up and do this and I can do it. I'm not having these issues. You can look at my progress here. I'm totally different. You will make way more money because you're healing you. But if I'm healing everybody else and then I'm still broke down, I'm missing, I'm healing everybody. Everybody else's blood sugar is down, but I'm still high. But get my tea. It doesn't help. What helps is my blood sugar is going down. And yes, I tried so and so now is going down that they're taking it. And they're taking it the way I'm telling them to take it. Yeah. And then have them write up a thing for you to say, this helped me such and such. Write a review. Go on Shopify, even though you might have bought it on Shopify. Go on Shopify and write a review about how my tea helped. Because those are important things. That the thing, and like to me is, not only is it business, and I know we want the green dollar bill and we want to leave stuff for our kids. We are all on the same page of that. But really, it ain't going to do no good to anybody. And I told you this a million times before. You done healed everybody else and you dead. Now everybody dead too because they ain't got no more of your product. So
they still have a product because they would still be there. That's why the reason why I did it. It's the whole purpose. It's the whole purpose of. It's just like when you had your issue and you said that's the reason why you started your YouTube channel because.
How would they still have a product if you're dead?
If I'm building it for a generation.
No, if you die next week, how do they have your product?
Not next week. You could have died a long time ago.
Exactly.
When you did the YouTube channel, you did the same thing. So what I'm saying is, you almost damn died. You had the YouTube channel because you said, "Oh, I'm going to do this." Now you got this big YouTube channel and it's been going really good all this time. It's the same thing. Why would when I do it a certain way and it's all of a sudden it's in it?
It's not a certain way. I'm just saying, heal yourself. When I was doing it, I was making sure I was leaving something for the kids because I didn't have nothing.
Right.
But then when I decided, I got tea, and I was asking everybody to make me the tea, and everybody wasn't making me the tea, I figured out to make the tea. But I didn't go off and make sleepy time tea and make that success and then leave myself out. I didn't do that. Even my sleepy time tea is going to make your blood sugar go down. Everything about my tea is doing anything that can heal my body. Okay. Period. And it's healing my body. I'm saying whatever you're doing, heal your body. Because I'm sorry, I want you to live. I know, how dare I want you to live? I'm so wrong. Pop, pop, pop. I shouldn't want you to live.
I know.
How dare I?
I'm saying I still in the process while I'm doing that.
But you're not in the process of doing it. That's what I'm saying. If you do it, my thing is, this is all I'm saying.
Even my tinctures there's things that
I'm not arguing about your tinctures right now. If you're taking your tinctures by now, that is good. You've been doing it from the beginning. But now that you've been doing it, that's great. But what I'm saying is, you started off making tea to heal your body. That's the main purpose of why you started tea, was to heal your body, right? So you did all this research, and I was around. You was telling me about it, and you talking about it.
Why aren't you doing something? You kept saying it.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying void anything else, but what you were getting to that I was trying to cut you off of is saying I can't do it now because I don't have the finances, and I'm saying that should have been your first.
Yeah.
And then you can't. But I'm just saying, when you have the resources, and you were doing the research to heal your body, that's the tea you should have been focused. And I told you that then. Yeah. This is not like I'm waiting to tell you. I told you then. Test your tea. I told you to stop giving your tea to everybody for free. Find you a couple of people to test it on their needs. That's gonna really test it and give you information, right? But make sure you're doing something that hits your body. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that's undercover that got the same illness as you. The only thing is you're vocal about it and they're not. I'm one of those people. I'm not the one that's vocal about my health issues. But all I'm saying is, so while you were making this tea and you're testing this one, then you can have the air tea because that helps you too. Yeah. Then you can have the Veneta tea because that helps you. But you still, regardless if this tea is coming out or not, you're drinking your tea daily to find out, okay, this is helping this, but it's not helping this. So I'm going to use this to help this. You get what I'm saying?
And this is what I'm saying is this is too, like I said, I remember every time you said that and whatever what you were saying even back then. And what I'm saying to everybody too out there is this is an example of the things we're talking about though too, even when you're doing business. Because sometimes you may make mistakes along the way. And you may have, like you said, people in your circle that may know something and is trying to give you advice and they may not take it. And then they learn the hard way, because that's a lot of the times any businesses we've had in the past, a lot of times we've had to make those mistakes. We've made mistakes. And then we had to learn and then figure it out and do it again or whatever. Yeah, and there's a lot of businesses we've had because we've had a lot. And so the thing is that's the same thing, because I do recall her saying those things, and like she's saying, when I did, I'm here now, I can't go back in time and change it. And she was correct in the sense that she was telling me that a long time ago, because that was the motivation in the very beginning. It was. And then that's sometimes too, if it gets lost in the way, then you gotta reel yourself back in and go, hey, what was my original thing? What was I supposed to originally be doing? But I think a lot of times too, like you said, two people can get to that point when things get rough and they're trying to make, like you said, the green dollar bill or whatever, and you're like, okay, well, I can't go back because I gotta keep, this is what's working for these people, and I know I can sell it because it works for them. And then you're pumping all your stuff into that to keep making that, but you still didn't take the time to find the thing that was originally what you were supposed to do. And the original was just to find something for me, to heal me, to be able to heal everybody else.
And the reason I also get on with my sister, one, I love my sister and I don't want her to die. And she reminds me that she's always close to dying. So my thing is take care of her damn body first. Yeah. And my other thing is, when you want a loan, they need to see some true factors. Yeah. And we don't have, even me, I only have, when my tea compared to hers is I have me. So that's my true factor for me. I could show you my blood sugar where it was before. And then when I started taking my tea, still same medicine I'm doing, that it made a difference. Yeah. And that's all I'm trying to tell her. Like, if you want a loan, if you ever got on Shark Tank and all this, everything I'm asking her and telling her right now, she would fail in that conversation with Shark Tank or anybody who really was like wanting to invest in the business.
Yeah.
You know, you might say, I'll give you 5% because you ain't getting that much because I don't want to hear you talk.
Yeah.
But if somebody wanted to invest, you have nothing to back you up. Nobody's quoting anything. Nobody's saying anything. They're telling you, and that's irrelevant because it's your word against everybody else.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. What makes us want to do the Goalie gummies and all that is that we're reading and you got everybody who's trying and they're talking about, look at the energy. Now, I'm going to tell you, I had Goalie gummies and I didn't have a lick more energy than the man in the moon. But a lot of people did. She had energy. Shoot, I was eating 6 of them a day. 6, 8. It was like having candy. It did not do anything for me like it did. Now, I might have been doing something for the inside of my body. I didn't feel it. People was losing weight off of Goalies. I wasn't. I'm still the same size. So there's a lot of stuff, you know. But because people are reading and getting it, there's those things. And that's why I said for her, it's like, yeah, you're making wonderful products for everybody else. But if you die today, die next week, die in the next 3 or 4 months, I don't know. Or you get sick where you can't do anything. The people that you were healing ain't going to be healed no more because they ain't getting no more arity or vanity or property because you ain't making nothing. And as our kids are, they ain't doing nothing at this moment to learn our products in our business. So you really on the By the time they get into wanting to learn and heal somebody and get it, they be dead and they still wouldn't know how to heal you. As my sister Joanne, I need you to be healed. I'm not saying anything just because I want to be harsh on you and all this. I'm just saying from the beginning, I've had your back on it. When you was doing research, I was there. We were talking about it. We was looking up stuff. It had me starting to research stuff, and I wasn't even into. I mean, I love tea, but I wasn't thinking about ever making tea. But I just wanted her to understand that heal yourself, then you can continue to heal everybody else. And that's the same thing I was telling Joy earlier. If you help yourself before helping everybody else, then you have more time to help people. But if you ain't helping yourself, how you going to help anybody else? Okay, I helped you, and now I can't do it. I'm broke down. I can't do no research. When you could have did everything to help yourself to get to the level that you're trying to help somebody else to. Now, I'm not saying stop helping them, but take your own advice and help yourself. I'm helping you so you can make money. I need to help myself to make money. So as I'm doing it, I'm giving you this list. Give me $10. That's all I'm asking for. It don't have to be I'm going to sell my list for $100 or $200 or $1 million. I'm serving my services for that. You could be a low-cost marketing person in the beginning, but you do need to help yourself so it's benefit, because pretty soon they're gonna go, why am I gonna take your advice and you still on your situation or whatever. I don't know what your situation is, but you still doing what you're doing. Like I said, I could get a job, but that's not hard. But my thing is, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to build, so I have to really stay focused on what my dreams are and do it. I've always been an entrepreneur, and then I fall back because something scares me or something with this. I always do. But I've been an entrepreneur since I was this little. I don't know how old that was, but this little. I've always been an entrepreneur, and I'm just saying, it's like we all have our weaknesses, our faults, our issues. We all do, but the problem is like somebody got to stay up on us regardless. If my sister has a whole bunch of excuses why, because she sees this, and right now as we talk about the green dollar bill all the time, that's her focus, is the green dollar bill. But I'm like, the green dollar bill is going to die, and it's not going to be that, how you say, the rich people's money, where it just keeps continuing, what you call it? The generational wealth. If you aim there to make sure that your wealth right now is penetrated, it is successful, it is notched in, and it's not right now. So, like I said, if you die today to anytime next year, your stuff is not where it needs to be. And not saying it can't grow, but it takes time to get to the next level. And we are always, but I'd rather you find something that heals your body so I can have you longer. And I know if I want to have you longer, I know your kids want to have you longer. Your husband going to want to have you longer. Mom and dad going to want to have you longer. But and our other sisters going to want to have you longer. But if you ain't doing what you need to do so we can have you longer, what you're doing is irrelevant at the time, because it's going to die with you.
That's true.
And that's why I'm on it. And that's why I'm going to stay hard on my sister. Because I know she wants to leave stuff for her kids. If she dies, she wants to make sure her kids are satisfied. That's one of her dreams for years. I don't even know how long I've heard it. I mean, I wasn't even thinking like that. And I had my kids. My kids are older than hers. And I was like, this. You know, that is true. I ain't going to be leaving them nothing. You know, oh, that's a good chapter. I ain't leaving my kids nothing. But she got me wanting to. But I'm like, at the same as I'm wanting to, that's what motivated me to say, forget it. My sister and my nephew ain't making my tea. My sister busy making her tea to heal her body. So I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at my nephew because I done asked for 50 years. I done bought the products and everything for him to do it. Yeah. And he ain't never, it's been 4 years, I can't get the stuff. So that's what I was mad at. But all I can say is, I made tea to heal my own self. And you got way more knowledge than me. You better heal yourself. And even though I made my tea the way it is, but my new batch is going to be upgraded because I learned a lot more stuff that's going to help my tea. But I'm also saying, you the tea queen. You have more teas than all of us up there. And your stuff is consistent. Your one healing tea could go, well, this heals this and this and this. I still got some more jacked up problems. I still got, what's that one that nobody can see? Fibromyalgia. This ain't help my fibromyalgia. This, but it helps this and it helps this. And it did over here. And yeah, and in the process of it, I was losing weight. And then over here, but I'm still working on fibromyalgia. So this one is done. I'm just going to make me a fibromyalgia tea. I'm going to figure out what's going to heal that. That's what I'm saying. But everything... I want you to understand from your sister to you, it's okay to be selfish, to think about yourself. Because when you think about yourself and because you're a giver and you're going to help and you're going to do that and you're going to bless people with the tea when it's done and it's successful, but you're the first person to get it. And I'm tired of you being broke down. Hell, I'm tired of my own self being broke down. You know what I mean? I just want what's best for you. And yes, I'm going to be hard on you because of the simple fact that I want you to heal. I don't want you to always be, this is broken, this and that, and I can't walk this and I'm about to lose disability and I ain't going to be able to do this and I'm going to have to start grocery shopping on the phone. Yeah, I don't want that when I know damn well you could have made something that might have prevented this, but you over here helping people with asthma and allergy. They got medicine for asthma and allergy. Over here with the stomach stuff, they got some of that. I want something that's going to heal you. Because there's a lot of people, like I said, that ain't mentioning the stuff that you mentioned because they don't want the conversation of what was me and all this other stuff. And you are dealing with it. So heal yourself, and guess who you're going to heal? A multitude of people. And your tea, that one tea that might heal you, might be the only tea you need that does everything.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's all I'm saying. Just get that. I know it's past tense and we already argued about it. But I just want you to know when you do get some money, it's not to fulfill those needs of, I got to make sure I have air. My thing is, you better get some big ass containers they got on my Winkos and make a vat of air tea, a vat of vanilla tea, and a vat of papa. That's done. Now all your money is going on making the tea. So when you need to make some more tea bags, you have your bulk sitting right there. And then you do it. But don't be, I got to do this now. No, just always, like Mom said, always be ahead of the game. Don't be trying to, you shouldn't always be trying to catch up to the game. You should always be ahead of the game. And you know Erica's band, now that we got to be in the future, you know Erica's tea is going, you know the vanilla tea is going, and the pop-up tea is going. So now you just need to worry about the tea that's going to heal you. Because, baby, we need you here longer than we need the Erica and the vanilla tea and the pop-up tea.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean, or I just want to be able to love you longer than what I got.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's so true.
Sorry, you guys. I done yelled at me. My sister got in a fight on thingy. That's why you know this is a real channel. Okay, so it says, my goal career-wise is to open my commercial kitchen and my community center family-wise. I want to own a house, take a family trip, and leave my kids' companies. Awesome. But your kids need to start working with you now because, honey, I'm going to tell you, you be having dreams for your kids to run these businesses and they be... Some of them don't have the business sense and the other one don't want to run your business.
So they got sense.
Yeah. And honey, I also want to say this too, as with sometimes I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. You start with something small to give you the money to be able to get your commercial kitchen or something like that. If you have the money to get your commercial kitchen, you got loans and grants for it, do it. But if you don't and you got to do like Lydia and Joanne over here, you better find something that makes money now. I told my other sister, I said, what you need to do is start your business. And even though she wants to sell something that costs money, I'm not going to tell her business like that. Cost money. I said, well, while you doing that and you're at your vending table, also sell some necklaces. You ain't got to be no jewelry maker. You can just sell the stuff they already come in and you buy the strings. You just lick it on there and sell it for $10. So even if somebody don't buy the one product because they don't have enough money to, you still making money while you're sitting there. So it's not a waste of time and you made your money back from the vending and everything else. Right. But as you want a commercial kitchen and you want to cook, honey, there's a lot of times we be at these vending places and there's no food. Can you come and cook?
Okay.
I mean, bring some dishes or something, you know.
Man.
I'm just saying, I'll be hungry. Okay. And then she said she is so busy helping others, she has no time for herself. Thank you.
And who you talking about?
You. Half for you. As you trying to argue with me. I agree. She definitely needs her own. But we can't make her do it. She's stubborn. That's the difference. I will get on her dang nerve when she had to run away from me because she going to do some. Because like I said, I need her to be here longer. Not just for me, but for my nieces and my nephew and her husband. But definitely for me as well. And mama. And my kids. And my grandbaby / her grandbaby. So I need her to be here. And she trying to go early, and she got other kids and other grandbabies, and she needs to be here. So she got to stop being stubborn, get her ass up on her, and do what I asked her to do. And as I said, it'd be different if it wasn't with the beginning of her mindset, but that's what made her create teas, was to heal her damn body. And she healing everybody else but her. Okay. She's our very own Mother Teresa. Well, I like Mother Teresa died.
So one of our associates made that kind of a statement to me because she said the same thing when she was saying to people like, you know, Dr. Sebi and people like stuff like that. She was like, why are these people who have helped so much but they're dead? You know, what was it about they didn't help themselves? She asked me that, and she said the same thing that she said to me. You know, she was like, why are you helping everybody? Why are these people helping everybody, but then they didn't help themselves enough for them to still be here?
Exactly.
So
and like I said, I need her every time.
So she did. So, you know, she's probably about the...
I'm just saying, every time I talk to my sister, it's always like almost a new illness or the other illness is getting bigger and stuff like that. And she is prone to all kinds of illness. She's like that one superhero they try to make breakable. She's yeah, that's who she is. And I really do need her to heal herself because I love her. I do. I love her a lot. And the last one is, wait, sleepy tea? Does it work on kids? How much does it cost?
It is a tea.
It's a tea, and everybody says it did put them to sleep. It's very healthy, and it can be for kids. My daughter drinks it. She loves it. I'm like, hey, sleepy tea. I don't need nothing to put me to sleep. I can go to sleep. I just need it to be dark. But yeah, it does, and it's $10. And it does help you. And it's and it's not melatonin. That's you. So but that's it. And then all the other stuff.
No.
But this is my sister that I love, and I will be hard. And people gonna look at it and go, she needs to sue me to my friend. But I'm gonna tell you right now, she my sister before your friend. And if I want her to live, I'm gonna have to be rude. Fuck y'all.
Because we're coming for you.
We're coming for you. That's all I'm saying. I just want her to. I know the green dollar bill is important, and it is one of her. Like I know that's her major thing, but I think at the end of the road of this conversation, if she found the tea that heals her, everything that she ever wanted will be there for her. So she's taking the quick route of air tea and vanilla tea is it, but I think the tea that's made for her will be the one. Nobody needs doctors anymore. You don't need those medicines that have all these side effects and everything. She will be that rich. She will be that Dr. Sabi and all those people, because she done healed herself, and people seen and knew her and remembered everything she had, and she will be able to have that generational wealth to her great grandchildren, who's still on this earth, will be able to benefit from that money. They're not going to make the money off the Vanetta tea or the Arid tea and all that, because again, she's broke down. So when she's not broke down anymore, I think she will be a success. And Joy, I think you know the same thing, because if their tea helps her, whatever's bothering you might help you. Whatever's bothering me, it will help me. We will be limited on not, and it's drinking tea. It's something really simple and easy to do. And you can make it sweet, you can make it not sweet, you can make it cold, you can make it hot, room temperature, you can make it any way you want if it does what it needs to do to heal you. So think about those things as my sister, and lift her up in your prayers, because we're probably going to have many more fights on our lives. And this is not for entertainment purposes. This is real life shit right here. We ain't playing. We are not playing on here. When we was just arguing, that was a real argument, because we was not playing, you guys. We weren't. And I'm glad we were able to argue, so you guys can see that we can argue and we can make up. And it's not a big deal. That's who we are. And it's only because we love each other. And, nobody ever wants somebody just to be nitpicking on them and yelling at them about what they need to do, when we already beat ourselves up enough about it on our own. So sometimes, we fight back on it because we don't want to be dealing with it. Oh, Lord. My other child's here. I don't know what my other child... Oh, your hair looks cute, though. Nice. You look cute with your hair actually done right. Are you eating my dinner rolls? You ain't on no God fast.
You got bomb.
They are too, aren't they? They the mom.
I had to ask if you were still in the God fast.
Yeah, they are. We be God fasting up. So we get ready to go, because my son's here and I didn't get to see him all week. Normally I get to see him on Monday and Tuesday, get a little hug here and there, but I don't want to see my son. So we love you. See you Friday on the Talk It Out Show.